Hey y'all, hope y'all's having a great day. Tried to do a video yesterday when I was moving these cars out of here, and for some reason the video did not turn out. But I just want to show y'all what I was doing here. I'd started back in here somewhere, picking vehicles up and moving them out. I want to move all of these front wheel drive Dodges up here out as well. I'm setting them down here to where I can pick them up with not the front end loader. I'm picking them up with the front end loader here, taking them, setting them down there to where I can get to them with a rollback and take them across straight to the stack. You're going to just let these hoods back down for now. We're through for the day. Getting stuff off of them before I take them to the stack, like the alternators and radiators and starters and stuff of that nature. Putting them up. This one still ain't had the radiator and stuff took out of it yet. Neither is this one. But we're taking all these front wheel drive Dodges out of this row, because I'm going to put another row of trucks behind this row of trucks where this row of cars is at right here. This is going to be trucks all the way down behind this other row. I'm going to take you down here, show you where I was setting them and what I was talking about where I can get to them with the row back. And I am not getting rid of these cars. I'm not crushing them, because a lot of this old stuff nobody might not want nothing off of, but when somebody does want something off of it, it's hard to find. And I hear every day when people call looking for stuff that they just can't find it anywhere because nobody has this older stuff anymore. And I love keeping this old stuff. Just one count for that reason right there, that nobody can find it anywhere. Nobody else has it. Everybody else has crushed it. Well, I am not crushing it. I'm just taking it across the road, stacking it up in the backfill over there in a different location. But as I've said and showed you in other videos, I stack them to where I can still get anything off of them that I want off of them. That way I'm not losing the cars. I'm just stacking them up over there and making more room over here. But as you can see, it'll make a whole long row. Once those cars are gone, a whole long row of trucks back up behind this row of trucks. I'm just trying to do it so I can have more room. I have so many trucks here that's scattered out all over the yard, and they're everywhere. Down through there is just trucks scattered back off in there, and I'm trying to keep everything rolled up in rows that they go in, as far as Fords with Fords and Chevys with Chevy and so forth and so on. And I'm just sitting the vehicles down here where I can back right up to them with a roll back, load them up, take them across the road to the other field, like I said, unload them over there. After I get 20 or so over there, then I'll just go over the loader and stack them up. That way I'm not having to run the loader back and forth every time carrying a car over there. These sitting out right here is the one that's fixing to go over into the stack. This Imperial here. This little Shadow. This one here is going. That Chrysler there is going. And this Dodge here is going. And the Neon will probably be going as well. It got set over here out of the way for the moment, but for sure there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here that's going to go on over to the stack. That Mercury Sable right there, the gray one, blue, whatever you want to call it, straight ahead, is going over the stack as well. While we're back here, I want to show you a car that I learned something new about. I love the old school cars. I mess with a lot of the old school vehicles. These newer ones, they really surprise me sometimes about the way they are. For example, this Ford Fiesta is a 2012 model. It's wrecked in the front. I'm thinking this was a Fiesta, and make sure I'm correct. Yes, Fiesta, 2012 model, like I was saying, but it was wrecked. And the way it was wrecked, the way this hood was mashed in here in the front, the plastic intake on the motor was busted. So the water was coming off the hood, going into the intake, and putting water in the motor. Well, we just needed the transmission out of it. So I thought, we'll just pop the transmission out of this thing. Pretty easy. Nope. Motor was stuck where the water was in it and would not turn. It was locked up. So what we ended up doing was taking the motor and transmission both out, took them up to the garage with the front end loader, and just set them in the garage to take it apart right there. We still couldn't get the motor to turn to get the torque converter bolts. So we ended up taking the head's laying right there, taking the head, everything off the motor, and sure enough, the cylinders was full of water, pitted. So we ended up cleaning the cylinders up real good with a wire brush on the drill and some sandpaper, sprayed it full of PB Blaster, messed with it to get it to turn. And once we finally started getting it to turn, to get to the torque converter bolts, we got one torque converter bolt, finally got turned some more, got another torque converter bolt. But that thing ended up having 6 torque converter bolts in it. I'm going to take you up here to the garage and show you what I found. It was something totally new on me. I had never quite seen this setup before. Some of you guys may have seen this, especially that messes with newer model vehicles, but this was totally new on me. So I'm going to take you up here to the garage right now and show you. Okay, here is the little motor. After we got it broke loose, like I said, we had to sand brush the cylinder walls to get it to turn over. Fill them up with PB Blaster on the cylinders, messed with it, finally got it to turn over. The thing actually, I've turned it over several times, is actually cleaned up pretty good. But as I was saying, I was getting torque converter bolts, and you got to come through the hole in the starter here, or starter hole where the starter mounts, to get to the torque converter bolts. Well, as we was turning it and done that, we took 6 torque converter bolts out of it. Automatic flywheel there. But here's the transmission. Here's what surprised me. This thing has a clutch in it. There's your torque converter bolts. Like I said, it's got 6 of them. We screwed the nuts back on there. But it has got a clutch inside the automatic transmission. I was expecting to see a torque converter. But nope. No torque converter. It is a clutch. This is a first for me. I've never ran into this before, but I've totally messed with old school cars. Seeing this just blowed my mind. And the more I've done a little research on it, come to find out, not only Ford, but Chevy, Honda, I think it's a Toyota, Nissan. There was a whole bunch of newer model vehicles that are like this. And it is automatic. There's your shifter. Park, reverse, neutral, drive, second and low. There's your automatic shifter. But there's a clutch. There's the automatic flywheel. And where this thing had been wrecked, it had actually broke the mount off the transmission right here. So we actually welded the mount back on the transmission. It looks like a crack right there, but it's not. It's just a black from where it was welded. We got it all welded back on there and ready to go back in another vehicle. But I didn't know how many of you guys had seen this kind of transmission. Sure, you old school guys like me have never seen anything like this. It really blowed my mind, like I said, but now these You guys that work on these newer cars all the time probably know all about this. To my understanding, this is not a CVT transmission. This is a 6-speed manual automatic, if I'm saying that right. Computer works the clutch. Computer changes the gears, everything inside. You just put it in drive, and the computer does everything else. There's no clutch pedal in it, no anything like that. It's an automatic car, sitting in the car and looking at the outside of the transmission. But inside the transmission, it's a 6-speed manual shift. I don't know what to think about that. That's something totally new for me right there. I'm at awe. I'm amazed, and I don't know what else to say about it. And we took that out, slid that motor off the back, that transmission off the back of that motor. I was just, wow. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than wow. I don't know how many years they've did this or what year they started doing it, but I don't know if that's such a good idea. I mean, and for what I've checked on them, I've not really heard anything really good about them. All the computer control, everything, the big plugs on the back here, plugs all over the top of it, wires just going everywhere. I don't really see how that's going to hold up for a long period of time. I may be wrong. They may be great transmissions and last, but I'm really doubting it. I've not seen any real good reviews about them. And like I said, it's not just Ford that's doing it. It's Chevy, Honda. I mean, all the car manufacturers, to my understanding nowadays, are using this style transmission, plus the CVT transmission. It's just a different world than when I grew up working on cars. I'm used to a torque converter right there. I mean, doggone. But we're gonna let a guy have this and put it in another vehicle, and hopefully to get his vehicle back on the road. And I'm just gonna take this motor over there and set it in the building across the road that I got with a bunch of motors in it. Put some oil and grease in them cylinders right there and whatnot to keep them from rusting again, or maybe even put the head back on it. Set the motor over there. I'd say it's probably still a good motor. Once we got that rust out of them cylinder walls and got her shine back up, I was impressed at how them cylinders actually cleaned back up for no more than what we turned the motor over. Somebody might be interested in the motor. Don't know, but we'll put some grease on them cylinders or put the head back on it and set it in the building over there. I just thought I'd show you guys that. I didn't know they even made such a thing. Let me know what you guys think about it. Hit me up in the comments. Some of you old school guys like me might have never seen one. And a lot of you younger guys that work on these cars probably know all about them. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you ever seen one or not. If these transmissions are any good or not. Just give me your opinion on how these hold up, how well they work, how long they last. Because right now, I'll just tell you the truth, I'm just now learning about these. You guys have a great day. I'll be back again real soon, y'all.